Hey, I want to talk about micro assimilation. I've been thinking about that a lot, and especially in relationship to those of you who can't leave the United States or are just not in a position yet to do that. But also, even I'm having to think about it for myself because I'm very tied to the United States, even though I live in Portugal. My job is tied to it, my money, and the fact that in 2 years I may not have Social Security. I really have to think about how am I going to navigate moving forward in the new world order, because the reality is it's happening. I know that we are doing everything we can to thwart it and reverse course, but the reality is that we have to plan for both, right? And so for those of you especially who are staying in the States, what are you how are you going to navigate this? Have you thought about it? Because I know for me, I have to really be honest with myself and look at my personality type, look at my resilience. Where am I resilient? Like, what parts of life am I the most resilient in? And where are my weaknesses, my liabilities? And also really visualize the new world order. Like, the good news is we know what the plan is. It's right out in the open. So there's no mystery to what the next handful of years are going to look like. So that does kind of give you some leverage to visualize yourself in it and get really honest with yourself. And that's why I call it micro assimilations, because business as usual isn't going to work. Sticking your head in the sand isn't going to work. So how are you going to play the game? How are you going to assimilate? How are you going to, and micro, I'm not talking about becoming, somebody wearing a mask and turning your neighbors in and, becoming a brown shirt. But there's going to have to be some concessions in order to survive this, I think. And so I'm always thinking about all of you, and I will say that I am always thinking about if I woke up tomorrow and I was in the United States again, what would I be doing? And before I left, I did have a plan, because when I asked my employer if I could take my job overseas, I had to be prepared for them to say no. And so I already kind of started, because I saw some of the writing on the wall. So I did have to kind of say to myself, well, what would this look like? So I offer that to you because, again, we can't rest on our laurels. We must be moving ourselves forward and really figuring out what this is going to look like. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know kind of what you're thinking for your life moving forward, particularly if you're not able to leave the States right now. All right, bye.